Hey guys, in this video we're going to be checking out the Hasbro Marvel Legends Warlock wave. This is Old Man Logan. Now, if you wanted to track down the origins of Old Man Logan, you wouldn't be looking at an X-Men title, as his first appearance was Fantastic Four Volume 1, number 558, back in August 2008. Now, Wolverine is a small character, despite the fact that Hugh Jackman is a tall actor. Wolverine stands at a little over 5.5 inches tall, which may seem short, but that's the way the character was originally intended. Putting him next to, once again, Cyclops with these horrible boots. Standing him next to Cyclops or a standard size Marvel Legend figure, you can see that Old Man Logan, or Wolverine in general, is a lot shorter in stature. He doesn't come with any sort of build-a-figure pieces. We've already done that. We're finished. That's done. That ship has set sail, with the review of Warlock soon to follow right after this particular review. No, Old Man Logan doesn't come with anything. He doesn't come with any sort of interchangeable hands, doesn't come with any accessories, except for the fact that he does have the removable claws, which is something that we also saw in yellow costumed Wolverine. You can simply just take the claws and pull them out, which is neat. It does, however, leave a big noticeable hole in the knuckle area, but at least you can remove, you can swap, you can change to a single blade, a double blade, or you can just have him unclawed altogether. And there's like this little notch, little tab here that sits very easily into the hole. I personally like having him with the claws retracted, but I do like the option that is available. Let's have a look at his face. Now his face, very nicely done. I suppose the only thing I kind of wish that this figure had was a sneer, a little bit of the teeth visible. I think could have gone certainly a long way. He has an angry expression, yes, but he doesn't have the Wolverine sneer or the teeth or a bit of the rage that I think an Old Man Logan figure should have really had. The coloring, though, on him is quite good. I think the sculpt, including all the wrinkles and hairs on his face, are, again, very, very nicely done. Just a little bit of sneer is about the only thing I would have said. Outfit-wise, he has his red shirt with his bomber jacket on there, the brown bomber jacket. And this is a rubbery appliance. I suppose you could take it off, but once again, his arms are part of the jacket, so it's going to look a little bit awkward. A belt buckle and belt, some brown slacks, and some brown cowboy boots finish off the look, I think, rather nicely. I especially like, too, that the Marvel Legends have now accepted the scale of Wolverine and now starting to give us smaller versions of the Berserker Canadian. And yes, he is Canadian, one of the things I like about Wolverine so much. I like the little wrinkle, not the wrinkles, but the little seam down the side of the pants. The folds and wrinkles in his pants are nicely done. And generally, he's a pretty clean-looking figure. I really don't have any issues with the paint. They've done a good enough job, too, of giving slightly 2 shades of brown, making up the jacket, which I think the main predominant color being the darker brown, and they've likely just washed a lighter or medium brown over top of that. Again, no real issues with the paint. The boots are nicely sculpted. Again, I really think the face is a really nice portrayal of Old Man Logan. But the only thing, again, I would really have said differently is I wish that he had a bit of that sneer. Just something to kind of give him the fact that, despite the fact his age, Old Man Logan still has some fight in him. Let's look at his posability, and for that we'll just bring the camera back a little bit. His head is on a rotation. Essentially everything that you're going to get on a larger scale Marvel Legend is going to be here on Old Man Logan as well. They hinge up and down via that universal joint. The arms hinge outward, so you can actually have him lunging forward, providing, again, you got a sufficient display stand to accommodate that. All the way around rotation the arms. He has a rotation in the bicep area, or about the area in which the jacket meets the shoulder. Double hinge on the elbow, which I have actually found are rather stiff on this figure. Not that stiff joints are a problem. I'd much more prefer that over a looser joint. Then he does also have the rotation in the wrists, upper torso crunch, a waist swivel, forward and back motion on the legs. He has a swivel cut on the 3/4 cut of the thigh, double hinge on your knee, and you've got not only your ankle pivot in sufficient quantity, I might add. Look at that ankle pivot, it's glorious, as well as a hinge up and down. Casual collectors, perhaps, may deem this a small figure. You know, rather a taller figure, taller Wolverine might have maybe fit the profile better, at least for him. I personally like the fact that they've gone to a smaller size of Wolverine, because that's really based on what the character was initially. He was a small, short, stout fighter, but he was full of rage, and he certainly lived up to, despite the fact of his size, he more than brought enough to the table versus the rest of the X-Men team. The sculpt is pretty good. Again, wish the expression was a little bit more feral, but overall I'm pretty happy with how this figure turned out. May possibly be one of my top 3. It's hard to say because you'll have to wait until we finish the review of Warlock to gauge whether this guy makes my top 3 or not. You think he does? Who's to say? I don't know. Today, though, we were checking out the final figure. This was it. This was the last figure of the Hasbro Marvel Legends Warlock wave. This was Old Man Logan. Didn't come with, unfortunately, any build pieces for Warlock, but still a great-looking figure nonetheless. If you guys like this video, certainly hit it with a like. If you haven't had a chance to subscribe to this channel and you're liking these videos, I always appreciate when you guys jump on board, and I always like seeing new subscribers showing up here on the channel. Let me know down below what you think of Old Man Logan. Do you think he fit everything that you would want Old Man Logan to be? Or what would you change about this particular figure? I always like reading comments down below as well. Certainly, guys, stay tuned. Still got the review of Warlock. He's still coming. He's here. Well, he's not here. He's right around the corner. He will be the next review, so stay tuned for that. As always, guys, thanks for watching. See you next time.